And we're live.
Hey.
Oh,
What's up, good people?
What's up? Welcome to the 2024 podcastual debate between the boys, the gang, and Mike. Not Mike Calavera, as we learned recently. I put blind faith into Braden when he made the flyer that was like Mike Calavera. I'm like, oh, that is his last name. Okay, cool.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah. I'm Facebook
It
friends with
is
him.
most definitely not.
We learned a valuable lesson. Blind faith in Braden it's a 50-50 coin flip.
It's blind faith in Braden.
It's blind faith. Yeah, it's blind faith.
I chastised them for you, Michael.
Thank you.
I liked it.
Word spanking.
My last name is Snapback, actually. Thank you very much.
Ugh.
See, and you guys wonder how I have no idea what his actual last name is. Every time I've asked, I think it's been made up.
It's clearly Williams. It's right there on his handle.
How about that?
Yeah.
Well, here we are.
Or is it Oshag Hennessy? Right. That's the
Oshag Hennessy.
Oshag Hennessy. Hey, Ron.
Going down to Oshag Hennessy's office right this second.
Okay.
That's right.
He gets it. That's 1 point. Okay.
Come on, who doesn't know about AA Ron?
AA Ron.
Alex from Type A Furniture says, "Did we get prison, Mike?"
Y'all got 1989 Mike with the plug-in earpods.
I feel like we just need to have Hurricane playing in the background. Here I am.
That's right.
Shh, demonetized.
Well, I will say, if I would have given myself 5 more minutes, I've got this really great wooden carved sign with the Calavera logo, and I was gonna throw some lighter fluid in there and like set the actual logo on fire as the intro. But sorry. Yeah, we can still set some stuff on fire.
Wow, way to have a half-ass entrance. I mean, you were opening a beer with like a forging mallet.
Technically, I think it's an engineer's mallet, like a railroad mallet.
I called it a sledgehammer, so
yeah, that's all right.
Let's get hammered, boys.
Is that 1989 Taylor's version, Mike?
That's it.
Mike's
no,
version.
I'm like scrambling around to all my neighbors to see if somebody has and it's like the most embarrassing word to say right behind moist is dongle. No, actually I'd say dongle is worse than saying moist. I need an adapter for my dongle.
So you just went to your neighbor in hopes of borrowing a cup of podcast mic?
Yeah, exactly. I went to every neighbor on the farm out here. No question about it.
Hey, do you secretly have like a podcast that you're just like super into? Like, do you have a podcast setup? I could really use just a little bit of podcast stuff, like just a little bit. You got some?
That's right. You got any more of that podcast stuff?
Do a quick little line of intros. Yeah. I just want to hear that Casper mattress commercial. Let's go.
Give me that good stuff.
Oh, I just want that Audible code. That's all I want. We should probably get some of those annoying sponsors, because I hear, and don't quote me on this, they give money. So
I like money.
Yeah, I like money too, but
they technically do.
Yeah. Honestly,
that reminds me, I need to write Timu back.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, was it Henry or who reached out to you?
Was it Jimmy?
Oh, I'm sorry. What were y'all talking about? Sponsors?
Oh, Loose Bond? Wait.
Pabst
I'm
Blue.
sorry.
Man, I haven't had PBR. Oh my! Last time I had PBR was quarter PBR night. It's like I can't remember the last time that beers were a quarter.
Well, definitely not in this economy.
No, it's not. This is pre-COVID.
There you go, Mike.
Yeah,
just a little sponsor play.
Hey,
I'm trying to hide my cord. That's it. I just want to hide my cord.
We refuse to bend to corporate sponsors.
Yeah,
right.
It's for your good. We're saying no to all the big wigs. Although I got to say, Audible would actually be on point because of the amount of people that listen to actual audiobooks in the shop. Anytime I mention an audiobook, I get just rows of recommendations. I love it. rows, columns.
Well, and at the rate we're going with the length of episodes, we're practically an audiobook.
We
Do we have
release-
an Audible account? Can people rate us on Audible?
We should.
Penguin Audio presents. Dan, 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 dan. Oh, yeah, Dan doesn't get it because it's an audiobook reference.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like a book for
understand.
your ears.
I don't
What
get
is-
audiobooks either. I listen to podcasts after 3 p.m. because before 3 p.m., Young Bell, my assistant here in the shop, blasts whatever music she is listening to at the highest level possible. Even if I put in AirPods, there's no way to hear a podcast or an audiobook. You cannot drown out the level of music she's playing. I can't fire her.
What
because of it,
genre?
but it's awful. Bad. I
Country
wouldn't say
rap?
bad. No, it's every once in a while I get lucky and we'll get some Zach Bryan. But it's more like sorry, I don't mean to upset anybody here, but it's the insufferable Noah Kahan and Hosier type stuff. And I cannot abide. I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
I literally just learned who Noah Kahan is today.
Really?
Because apparently
No
my
way.
son really likes one of his songs. Hold on,
gosh.
let me ask him.
I thought you were gonna say that she was playing like
Jonathan.
Christian rock,
Isn't that song you like? by Noah
covers
Kahan?
of top
What is it?
pop songs. Like WAP was like
Yeah. Oh
like
yeah.
Christian WAP.
I gotcha. But no, fortunately there is none of that.
Yeah.
But
That's what I asked.
there are a few things that are outlawed in the shop, and I can think of a few, and those aren't really that bad, but because you have to listen to them on repeat, and it's just nonstop, and after a while, it's just brutal.
Yeah, I listened to that one song today on repeat. It's a song.
I got you,
It is a
Josh.
song.
I had to turn the hard on because I have a hard on for our audience. Also, I got crap last time for it. Mike, make sure that the little dongle part isn't covered because
Can you
that's
hear
the
me
actual
now?
mic.
Can you hear me now?
You sound a
can you
little
hear
more
me now?
muffled. Yeah, I think you're.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mic is actually behind the apron.
Damn it!
Just let it hang.
Let it hang.
All right, next time.
Just make sure it's low and to the left.
I've already got them in. I've already got all the stuff in the cart on Amazon, and the other side of the stuff is probably at home on my doorstep, but that's 20 minutes away.
Well, you'll be set and ready for the next podcast that I join when we bring you on to that podcast.
Nice. It's like you and mine and your visits are coincided with my evolution as a guest and your evolution in.
Oh, lost him. Bye.
How about now?
There he is.
Ooh.
He's back. This is, I think, the first time we had a guest that is on the phone. We've always done.
Really?
It might be, unless we've had one of the. I think the Making Fun crew. A couple of them joined from the phone because that was a type of show when we had everyone on. No, it's good, and your audio is good with the wired mic, so we're set.
I have been on I've been on a number of podcasts. I've been on exactly 2 Zoom calls in my life. And I think that might be exaggerating by 1. I've been maybe on 1 Zoom call in my life. And back when I was in corporate, I would have to do stuff like that all the time. You know, it was pre-Zoom, but you know what I mean? Like technology stuff, sitting at a
Skype
computer
calls.
and being, whatever. Yeah, that
Oh,
stuff.
Skype
And,
calls, man.
Is Skype still a thing?
It is. It is still a thing. Another
How about that?
podcast made me download it to be on their podcast, but it's okay.
Stop.
I let it slide.
Really?
They're Canadian.
Yeah. Well, I
They're
guess what I'm
Canadian.
saying is,
Yeah, it was Vic and Dom.
I went from all the trappings of corporate to making aprons out in the middle of a swamp. So I don't really, technology is not something that I really have to mess with a whole lot.
What I'm hearing is Mike is saying he's a Microsoft Teams man.
I've never been on that, not once.
Oh, we use it for work. It's the worst.
No,
Ugh.
I do not have to be a Microsoft Teams
Oh.
man.
We use Zoom. The hospital uses Teams, so we use Teams because their hospital's Big Daddy.
Big Papi Hospital.
Big Papi Chulo.
I recently changed like teams at the same company, and we went from my old team used Microsoft Teams for everything.
Your team used Teams?
My team used Teams.
I can't keep up with all these teams.
Now my new team is like vehemently against Teams, so they use phone calls and text threads and email, pretty much everything that isn't Teams. And I'm just like, I never know how to get a hold of who in my company because of what type of communication they prefer and which ones they just completely ignore.
You should try,
Oh,
and hear me out here,
oh, here we go.
not working for a company and working for yourself.
I'll tell you what, the day that I go full time, I'm going to Microsoft Teams you.
Here's the thing, Braden. This is no, don't listen to this propaganda. This is what big small business wants you to think.
Big small business.
Yeah, they want you to think. It's like, here, I'll compare it to this. I'm about to have a kid. Everyone was like, you should have a kid. It's great. It's going to be awesome. Now that it's like the kid's basically here, they're like, ha ha ha, it's hell. And you're with us now. That's basically what a small business is like.
That's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much what like being a parent is. It's just convincing other people to be as miserable as you are.
That's what a small business is. But like,
Yeah.
we love that. It's like crack. And we're not giving it up. It's my baby. I gotta keep it alive.
You should totally have one or 4.
Yeah. Well, geez,
Start with one. Start with one.
You're
Start
at
with
4, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got 4.
Oh God.
Yeah. You're at 4. Your wife has 5 kids. I'm assuming.
Only crazy
Yep.
people have 4 kids.
Pretty much that.
We were literally just talking about this last night with me, Emma, and her mom. Like, how many kids will we want, or who would want more? I'm like, I don't want to have to get a different vehicle if I have so many kids that I need a different car. Like, I need to go to like a bus or a Mercedes Sprinter, or I can't, I'll have to haul a trailer for bags because all the 7 seats are taken up. Too many. So
Yeah.
3, I think,
Too
is
many youths.
caps. 2 to 3. Yeah, you don't want that many youths running around your house.
Youths. I've never met anybody that had specifically 4 children that didn't look back and just be like, you know what, should have stopped after the first one. And I'm only speaking about me because I'm the oldest of 4. So.
I'm the youngest of 5. And well, yeah, and Marie is the youngest of 4. So it was destiny.
I'm the youngest of
I'm
3.
the oldest of 4.
It shows, Dan.
Thank you.
You're the oldest
That's why I
of these
said
4.
only crazy people have 4 kids and look that way.
See,
R4 came about because my folks wanted a girl and they just kept getting boys. And so finally it was like a roll of the dice on the 4th one. They finally got the girl and they're like, done.
The 4th one was actually a boy. They just forced it to have a sex change. Done.
I feel like I hear that from a lot of people. Like, well, they really
The sex
wanted
change bit? That's weird.
they really wanted a boy/girl, and they kept going. And that to me just seems like madness, literal madness.
It's like, it's worse than Russian roulette. Like, you got a 50-50 shot that you don't get what you're shooting for. What I think people should be doing instead is you have the first one and then buy one from Amazon.
Yeah, that works.
Just get whatever model you want.
overnight shipping.
James from Liger's Woodshop said a family member who will not be named had 8 boys trying for a girl. No matter what they say, I see the truth in their dead eyes.
Guys, the key is you point her due east. That's how you get a girl. That's what I've been told. I don't know. It works for me.
Is that from How I Met Your Mother?
I think so.
I thought it was the amount of pumps that it took.
No,
Like
that's
an
just,
even number of pumps was the boy, odd is a girl.
Who can
man.
count that high? Like 17?
I'm not thinking of counting when things are happening.
Is sex change baby going to be the Maker Camp code this episode?
No.
Oh Lord, I hope not.
Wait, that's
Hard
not the
pass.
sponsor, so no.
Yeah. But not this
Yeah,
week.
I'm blown away that the fact that y'all don't have sponsors for this thing. I'm just
Oh well, no.
aghast.
Well, we have a sponsor, but just not that one.
Just not that one.
Yeah.
We have to we've got to steer our episodes based on who's sponsoring that episode.
Got it. Who is sponsoring this episode?
Is it?
PWNCNC.
So, yeah, so
CNC.
we probably should steer clear of the sex change baby show title name.
Damn it.
We'll ease it in. Plan B. There we go.
Oh,
Oh, that's
God.
so
oh. That was
Awful.
So give
Joe.
me a quick read on this. Are we live recorded right now, or
This is just pre-show bullshit banter.
Got it.
But yes
So
and
we
yes.
we're
We're live
currently
and
live
recorded.
right now.
Oh,
yeah, we're live on
live.
YouTube.
So
There are 20 something people watching on our YouTube channel.
That's up. That's up from normal.
So Braden, you have to moderate for Mike because he can't read the chat right now. So if anyone asks him questions and things,
That's why I've been reading
Oh, thanks.
I appreciate
statements.
that. So
Yeah.
by the way, we had some questions that you guys called in last week. I think we didn't get to Alex. We didn't get to your question. I think you sent in more. We might not get to some of them again this week
Yeah, we
because
got quite a few questions this
I know.
week on top of the ones
the
we
ones
didn't
that
get to
are
last week.
like Mike and Leather related, we got you. We're gonna
Really?
throw those in. But we might next week. It's just gonna be us girls, so we're gonna do a questions only episode. It's gonna be fun. Not questions only. We'll talk about our day and boys and our hair.
So, Mike, just so you know, kind of what's happening around you. So we're live now. This is kind of like the warm up. This is us stretching before the game. That's essentially what this is. We're gonna play questions that we've gotten from listeners. Don't answer them. This is just like the teaser, the palate cleanser. So you'll get an idea, and then once we're done with this, we'll get into recording the actual episode, and we'll answer them there. So
All right. Oh, good. What is the address to go to so that I can pull this up on my backup?
3317 North YouTube Drive.
Oh,
Love
Dan,
it.
that's your address. If you just go to youtube.com, and because you're already subscribed to Another Woodshop podcast, it should pop up right at the top.
Obviously.
And if you're not, just search Another Woodshop podcast. We should come up as live from New York. It's Saturday night.
And be sure to turn off the sound on your phone.
And although I don't know, guys, are we actually live? Because I see 0 freaking thumbs up right now.
I see
not
7.
one.
Okay, well, I see 0.
Well, yeah, but
refresh your feed, bozo.
Okay.
well, no, all 7 of those are from me and all of my
Yeah. I'm
backup
logged in.
accounts.
Me and Braden are logged in
Oh.
on 7 phones.
and all of my kids, all of my 20 kids are also on here, listening to us talk
Like
about
we always
the-
say,
yeah.
log in grandma on YouTube and just, leave it next
Hey,
to
look.
her.
Whoa.
Oh, there you are. That's you.
I can see me.
You're being shown in 1080p, whatever the standard is.
1080G.
1080i.
1080 jai. Fresh. All right, we got 12 likes. We're getting there. Double digits.
Hey, I'm at least fancy enough to have 2 phones.
Hey, 203 Designs.
That's
Why do I
more
know
than
that?
have.
Wait, why am I blanking on the name? 203 Designs. I feel like I know who that is.
Doug.
Is
Doug?
that
Ned.
Doug?
Ned.
Is that Ned? Give me more names.
Arugula.
My boy Gula.
Arugula. That's spicy, right?
Randy from Connecticut.
Yeah, it is Randy. That's right. I'm like, wait, I know this one. Arugula would be a good name.
That's spicy, right? Like cilantro.
Arugula actually is peppery. Yes, Dan, I'll allow it.
Arugula
is it?
offers a little bit of variety. Where is the arugula? Where is the Rwanda?
Little cacio e pepe in there.
That's a little Shop Sounds reference. I'm sorry, Seinfeld reference.
Shop sounds? Never heard of it.
Seinfeld? You've never heard of Seinfeld?
No, I don't know. No, that's why I could
That's
never be. I could never be on that other podcast because I never understand any of those intros that Keith does. Apparently, are all Seinfeld episodes.
I listened to
Weird.
one episode recently, and he did the references. I'm like, ooh, I get that reference.
Yeah, I don't. I never got into Seinfeld, and I don't know what's the deal with that.
I'm with you. Like, I know a lot of the references, but was not into it. It was more that it was playing in the background.
It's okay. It's no The Office.
Yeah.
Oh, good
obviously.
lord. I love Seinfeld. I
Yeah.
also don't really care much for The Office, so we're
Okay.
And then we had
Dan, do
Parks
you have
and
a tail?
Rec. He does.
This is my dog. This is my boy. Come here, buddy.
Dan's a secret.
All I see is a
pod-
tail wagging behind Dan.
Dan is a
There we
It's
go.
your
Dan
boy
is a
Max.
secret. Dan is a secret podcasting furry. That is his tail.
Yeah. I only dress in my furry outfit from the waist down.
There's
Johnny
Bobby.
Okay, buddy.
Are they the same breed?
What do you have
It's the
there?
same.
That looks like a. I got a Labrador slash border collie.
Chocolate lab here.
Ooh.
He ran off this morning when Belle was giving him a walk. That's how bad Belle's job is that Belle is the young lady who works for me. She's been here for like 3.5 years. And so when she gets to work, 5, 10, 15 minutes late, she gets to walk Henry for 15 minutes. And then when she comes back, she heats up the sandwich that I made her at home and brought in for her. And then by the time she's done with the sandwich, about 30 minutes later, she'll work out the sound. She'll come up with a playlist for the day and then, start cleaning the shop. And I'm all right with that.
That's funny. She treats
sounds amazing.
working for you like I treat my corporate job.
yeah, basically. But the problem is, and don't get me wrong, I love Belle to death. But the problem is, like, if I'm sitting over at the computer or working on emails or something, and if things go quiet for just an extended pause, I'm like, Belle, you doing okay over there? What you got going? You need any help? You good? Which is code for Belle, get off your phone. Like, come on, please get back to work. I'm paying.
Don't hear any
out of my
sounds.
literal pocket.
Apparently once I have a kid, I'll get into Seinfeld. All right, we'll see about that. Right now, I'm looking forward to watching Bluey. That's gonna be.
Oh my
gonna be
god,
lit.
Bluey is
I mean,
so good.
You can do that now if you
Yeah,
want.
you can do
Nobody's
that now as an
stopping it.
adult.
I
Wait,
see it as
It's a kids show.
Bluey's a
Bluey
kid's
is
show.
like this
Awful
generation's
kid show.
Barney.
I got it.
So here's the thing. It's like starting to watch a show that your wife also wants to watch, and then you have to rewatch like the first season because she didn't watch it or she didn't pay attention, like that, or she falls asleep halfway through each episode.
Here's the
The bear.
Emma,
Bluey is worth rewatching. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Bluey so much.
we watched a boatload of Bluey at Workbench Con when we were in a room. It was always on.
Yeah. Alex here is saying get ready for Cocomelon and Caillou. Alex, you shut your mouth. This is why you're not.
No.
Caillou is the worst.
What's the
This is
one
why
that
you're not
Snoop
an
Dogg
Elmer
made
bro.
for his grandkids? Yes, Snoop Dogg has grandkids. Not Paw Patrol, the other dog one.
Blue's Clues.
Clifford?
No, there's like another dog theme. Emma, if you're listening to this, what's the other dog theme
We need
thing
to fact
that?
check.
Oh, is she texting me? Oh, Doggyland. Doggyland.
Doggyland. I've never
Snoop
heard of
Dogg made a children's cartoon because he got tired of listening to Cocomelon and all this other stuff for his grandkids who just wouldn't pay
Does he
attention to
talk
him.
like Snoop Dogg though?
He is the main character and he talks.
Does he talk like Snoop Dogg? You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever heard Snoop Dogg curse?
Yes.
Oh, that's
For
that was gonna
shizzle?
get you. I'm like really curse. Snoop Dogg's one of the cleanest people I know, mostly because you can't understand the rap, the not the rap, but the curse words. So that's a loophole. It's like me cursing
Okay.
in Polish.
Speaking of rap that you can't understand, have you guys seen the TikToks and the Instagram reels about the first deaf rapper?
Oh no, we're not gonna talk about this. This is a sponsored episode. We can't do this.
Okay.
Can't go down this
Well,
rabbit hole.
this ain't sponsored right here.
I know.
It's essentially, to me, it sounds very similar to like mumble rap, which is a whole category of music that I just don't understand.
It's awful.
Have you guys listened to mumble rap?
It's awful.
I got nothing.
No.
I don't even know what we're talking about here.
It's mumbling.
Yeah,
Literal
mum-
mumbling.
No, I got that. I am that astute.
I know you just well enough to know that you would hate it within the first 1 second of like one of those songs playing.
Yeah, because
I'm already there.
the first line is literally screaming.
Ah, ah.
Oh, so we're going to hell for this. Gazoo, what?
If you're gonna talk about mumble rap, I'm gonna go get another drink.
Yeah, get
I'll be right
another
back.
drink. Alex, I don't know if I can even read that word out loud. I don't know what that is. Gazoogle?
I was gonna say I feel like I could take a stab at it, but I don't want to risk it. I feel like it could go. All right.
Yeah, that could go in two different directions
Uh,
easily.
It could go
Kind
south
of like
real fast.
the debate between GIF and GIF. Let's say.
Wait. It was Google,
Part.
but Snoop Dogg did. Oh man, this is going off the rails.
I don't know. I feel like finding out that there's a Google, but in Snoop Dogg speak is
VOWG?
is one of the most on rails thing that we've covered.
Most on rails. All right, let me.
I'm gonna see. All right, I'm gonna bite. I'm gonna see if that's a real thing.
No, I was just saying it could have gone in another direction, and I'm happy that it did not.
Oh, that's a good voice.
Oh man, it's a real thing.
And I'm hoping it is what I think it is, which is the better avenue.
It will translizzle your page.
That's terrible.
I translated my company page, and this is a sample of what I got. Okay.
So wait, it translates regular English speaking.
Okay, I'm gonna read two pieces or two paragraphs.
Okay.
This is the original. Since 1994, Rusty Brick has been creating web for businesses and organizations of all kinds. Using the latest web technologies, we build the most dynamic and reliable sites on the World Wide Web. Yada, 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 yada. Translizzled.
Okay.
Since 1994, Rusty Brick has been messin' web faux biznizzles in organizzles of all kinds.
What the
Bow
hell?
wow, yippee-yo,
He's
yippee-yay.
speaking in tongues.
Using the latest web techno-lizzles, we build the moistest, dynamic, and reliable
this
sites
hurts my
on
brain.
the World Wide Web.
What the hell are you reading?
He's using the Snoop Dogg search engine to translate a website.
Yep. We have hardworking devoted developers with the skills is translated into we have hard messin' devoted player with that skills to make your
Google,
website a living, growing representatives of your dreams.
I'm pretty sure that site is responsible for a 1% dip in the productivity index for the U.S. economy.
Yeah, anytime your worker is quiet, she's probably on that site.
I agree with Nicholas Ruffcorn. It does sound like he's having a stroke.
I thought I was having a minor stroke trying to get some of those
I was having
out.
a stroke just listening to it.
I was mostly scared that I was going to just like go into reading mode where you just read the sounds and don't comprehend, and was not going to like preview 3 words ahead like I should be.
Josh the Dad's question just says leather. Okay. I got you.
Speaking of questions, should we
Josh
start?
the Dad, I owe you an apron.
I'm prepping
so glad
everything.
Josh the Dad popped in.
I am
Justin-
let's see. Yeah, I'm just getting all the questions in here. 1 second.
Josh the Dad won the apron from the
Josh,
right.
100. Poppy.
That is actually a running theme, apparently, of winners.
Also, you have to
getting their
say
things.
Josh the Dad from the Big IG. It's like the Tribe Called Quest. You have to say the whole thing. Yeah, or like Mike from
Josh the Dad from
Calavera.
the Big IG.
Like Mike from Calavera is his name.
Well, I figure if you win a really expensive thing like that, and somebody has a flood in the shop, and you got a little bit of chaos going, you're gonna be cool to wait. Josh has been totally cool. We just
he said you earn your money first.
Yeah, exactly that. That's the attitude, brother.
Yeah, I mean, look how
Josh the Dad has a
rusted his
great
walls
attitude.
are.
Don't we need a 1 also? What are you talking about, Emma?
Oh, I think she means an apron.
Josh the Dad 1.
Oh,
Of the Big
Josh
IG.
the Dad, one of the Big
I think
IG.
that's what she's
Okay,
talking about.
all right. Yeah, the rusted walls is from the flood. Yes, that's what it
I
is.
thought you needed a Josh the Dad, like
Oh,
just a live-in
we
Josh the
could
Dad, like a
all
Mrs.
use
Doubtfire, but
a little more Josh the Dad
mm,
from the Big IG. Okay, so let's listen to some questions. Well, you know what? Why don't we start with Josh the Dad from the Big IG? I think we listened to his. He didn't have a question last week. All right. Oh, Mike, just to warn you, we have bred a very specific type of listener, in that
I can't wait.
all of them are either
They all have
amateur or
characters.
professional audio setups where they mix tunes and do things with their audio, and so there'll be some characters. Just wanted to warn you.
there's some production value thrown into these.
Yeah,
Okay, fantastic.
yeah. And instead of doing this off air, we're doing this live in front of everyone.
Yeah, me in the middle of the swamp. I'll be right at home.
Yeah. So, all right, Josh the
With
Dad.
old school.
Hey, man, it works. Sounds better than the speakerphone.
Get out of my swamp.
Josh the Dad from the Swamp IG. Oh wait, is that? No, wait, that's not playing. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't check this box here. That makes this go boom boom. Go.
Well, that sounds familiar. Hey guys, it's Josh the Dad. Yeah, Josh the Dad, one of the big IG, coming at you with this week's questions, ramblings, words of nonsense, and all the like, you know. Hey, I'm doing this solo because I couldn't find Bill today, and that's okay because that just saves you guys the headache. So I have actually 2 questions, and I'm not sure all of you can answer this.
Oh, also, Mike, don't answer these questions. These are just to pre-listen and think about our answers.
I got it. But that was actually a thing. Like, where did all that music come from?
Yeah,
That's what I want to know.
I'm telling you, these people we've
Comes
created
from his question.
from his
You're
question.
lying to me.
This is
Josh
his.
the Dad just did that.
Yes.
He has an intro. We have people with intros and outros. You'll hear Thomas is next. Anyways, back to Josh the Dad.
But I'm pretty sure one of you can. I get to thinking, because this is the way my brain works. I'm not looking to get into it. I'm just curious. In the art of leather crafting, if you were to really dive in and get after it and learn the skills and hone your craft, where does that fall in the spectrum financially of the maker community? Like woodworking, leather, metal, you know, where does that fall? Like how much would one expect to invest in something like that?
Ooh.
I've got the
and then the other
perfect
question
answer,
is,
but I can't give it.
out
Not
of
yet.
all
Me
the
too.
tools
I know.
needed, what would be the basic set that someone would need to get to start, whether it be a hobby or whether they want to start making little things to start selling? So,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I got.
That's
That's
a
what
really
I'm just
good
curious
question,
about.
Josh.
Very good question.
Life goes on.
Outro music.
Hey guys, do me a favor. Work hard. Do your best. Find some time to have a little fun. I'm out.
Oh, I am
Production
all for that
value.
intro and outro music. I love it.
It gets me every time.
Pete and Braden like that song, the intro and the outro, more or just as much as they like the Pedro music.
That's a really hard contest because I really like the Pedro song.
It's a pretty good song.
All right. Well, somebody needs to come in with the "What's up with that." If whoever comes in with the "What's up with that" intro outro music, they're the winner. The Saturday Night Live. What's
Ooh.
up with that? What's up with that?
I don't know what you're talking
Which
about.
one's that?
You've got to be kidding
I
me.
thought you were talking
I'm
about.
sorry, Michael.
You're saying what's up with that? I'm imagining Urkel.
No, Jason
No,
Sudeikis.
did I do that?
Oh, did I do that? I'm sorry. I grew up in a different continent, so words are hard.
Y'all are the ones with computers in front of you. Just look up "What's up with that." Kenan Thompson,
Oh, yeah.
Jason Sudeikis, and you will understand the glory.
Okay.
The whole,
You're right.
the whole it is an entire skit dedicated to intro and outro. Yes.
All right, I know
Oh,
we're
it's so
watching
good.
between the shows, guys.
Oh, that's like 8 minutes long.
Well, speaking of
Yeah, you
intros
want
and
to watch the whole thing.
outros, here is
It's one.
Thomas.
I'll
He
leave
is
it
from
up and we'll watch it in between the shows.
yeah. So Mike, Thomas is from France.
Hey,
Voila.
I finally
Thomas.
remember that it was podcast
He doesn't-
night,
where's his intro?
And
I know he usually has an intro. I apologize. So I hyped it up.
Overhyped.
Overhyped.
On.
Well, here I'll do a sample
Bait
of
and
like.
switch is
Usually
what I
it's
call that.
this.
hey, it's
No.
Thomas.
Oh
from-
wait. No, I thought he had a. Hold on.
Hey, it's
Oh, I guess he hasn't done an intro song in a while. Oh, Thomas, we miss it.
That's the guy
Hey,
from Boys. The
I finally
Boys.
remember that
The
it
French
was
guy.
podcast night, and I guess you'll have to answer my questions, and I got a bunch. So, Michael, how many apron can you make with one cow? Can you make an apron
One
from
cow.
something cool
One
like
cow.
I
One
don't
cow.
know, wolf hide, bear hide, or maybe whale hide? And finally, I'm a wood turner, so when I found the turner apron you make, I was really impressed. Like, it looks so much better than my Amazon apron I got when I started. The worst thing is that it has deep pockets that fills crazy fast with shavings and dust. My only question is, could you make a turner apron with a sword like a scabbard for a ball gouge? First, it will look awesome, and second, well, it will really look cool, right?
All I heard was ball
Okay,
gouge.
bye.
a bull gouge, and he's talking
There
about
we go.
a sheath, like a
A
scabbard,
scabbard
sword.
for a.
That's freaking
that's-
awesome.
actually, that's a cool
I
idea.
kinda love that. That is a great idea. I'm not kidding you. That is a genius idea. That right there is a whole new line. I literally, no shit. That's a whole new line of products. Is like a belt
I
with
mean,
a scabbard for
it-
your bull gouges.
If you get enough employees, you can go into the LARPing / woodworking part of it. The real nerdy woodworkers. I think you got a thing here.
I've got
LARPing
exactly
aprons.
as many employees as I need, and that is one. No, Ashley Harwood is a good friend here locally, and yeah, we'll get all into this later, but she's got these really great gouges and chisels, and now I'm just sitting here thinking I need to design like a tool belt, but with scabbards for these gigantic gouges. That's badass.
I like how it was a
Confession.
double scabbard, like 2 of them.
Confession.
Yep.
I just learned what scabbard is.
Part 3.
Yeah.
You didn't know what a
These are-
I didn't know
scabbard
that
was?
was a word.
These
Yeah.
are
No,
Dan's these are
I
Dan's
thought-
confessions.
I thought a scabbard was like a guy who crossed the line on a picket line and went to work for a company that was on strike or something.
I think
That's
that's
a scab.
Scab, right? Yeah.
Oh, I see.
A scabbard is
Correct,
a
Amanda.
sword holster. That's all it is.
A sword holster.
Sword holster. I mean, technically correct. All right, so we have another one. Actually, we have
What would you
5
call
questions.
Never mind.
Jesus, Dan. That's the whole comment.
All right, next question is from
It's Jesus.
Randy
Dan.
from the very expensive Connecticut.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's Randy from the formerly expensive Connecticut.
Oh, price is going down.
Still expensive, but now we
Oh.
are the pizza capital of the U.S.
Get out of here.
What?
Take that, New York. Dan,
Oof.
I think a Casey's would do quite well here, but I digress.
Probably.
I have a strange
Probably.
request from a customer for a cutting board I'm making them. They want me to soak it in oil, and then they want me to cut it in half, take pictures of it to show them how deep the penetration of oil goes, and then glue it back together.
Not
Nope.
a
I
good
thought
enough
that was
reason
rather
to use the
odd.
word penetration.
So now I want to know, what is your guys' strangest request you've had from a customer, and how do I respond to this person who wants me to do that? Talk to you guys later.
Basically,
Bye-bye.
Actually,
I know the answer to that.
I have a really good answer for that. Actually,
Yeah, it's probably the same
Hold off,
answer.
hold off.
no, I got a very creative answer.
That is a
Michael.
very ridiculous request. I love it. You know what-
James says. James from Liger's Woodshop says, "Tell them you don't do deep penetration."
Sorry, we don't DP our boards.
only if the board is made of cork. So you have to soak the cork.
Well, if you use white oak,
Sorry.
the pores are so
And-
open, it'll go right through it.
I'm sitting here talking about all these Saturday Night Live references, and y'all clearly do not watch Saturday Night Live.
I've never heard of that show.
What?
Is that a new show?
Oh, sweet Lord.
Dude, it's on every Sunday. Watch it.
Oh, is that spin-off from that other TV show?
Yeah.
Friday
The
Night
Friday,
Live?
the Friday one. Yep.
Friday
that's
Night
it.
Live?
Friday Night Lights.
That's right. It's a sequel to the Friday one.
Okay, so next one is from Alex Adams, asking for a friend. Oh God, I'm scared
Oh,
to play
boy.
this.
Hey, it's Alex at Type A Furniture, and I'm asking for a friend. So if my friend was to use the code Littlebug instead of AWP when they placed an order with Surf Prep,
You're dead to us.
would that count as hate crime?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, just a second. Someone's at the door. Let me go get that.
I gotta say, I've clearly never been on a real podcast. If this is my first experience with
Here's
all
the
this
thing:
bullshit.
we
Because this is freaking brilliant.
did this to
I'm not kidding you.
ourselves. We used to get boring voicemails, and we were like, "Oh, I like that intro that Tomas did," and now everyone has an intro and outro song. Actually, Jackman.
We encourage it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
No, but I have a serious question here as let's just say a naive podcast participant. So is that not normal for a podcast? Because I listen to
We're not like other podcasts,
and I've never heard this. But is this normal activity for a podcast? Because this is pretty great.
Like Pete said, we have curated a very, very, very specific type of listener.
And you know what? We're one of a
think it's
kind.
normal, but it's our normal.
All right, I like it. I'm in.
It might not be normal.
I have curated a feed filled with, and I'm not knocking my people because I love my people. Y'all know I love my people, but mine is so family friendly and so PG that I don't use bad language, because I know my kids watch my stuff. And so when you talk about curating stuff, I'm just thinking I probably need to get out and touch grass more.
I like Josh the Dad's thing. There are no other woodworking podcasts out there.
Correct.
Clearly,
Alex.
and I've never met Braden before.
I just love the fact that I don't think the last 2 weeks Alex has actually asked a question. He's just sent in bits.
And bits.
That's my kind of guy. I love a good bit.
We encourage it.
That
We
was
enjoy it.
that was a compression bit, if I ever heard one.
That was upcut and downcut.
All right. So next we have a question from Jared. Jared wrote in a question, and I don't know how to read, so we're gonna have AI read it.
Hello, AWP. I am thinking about getting my first laser, and I honestly don't know much about them, but I need it to be very budget-friendly to talk my wife into letting me get one. Would love to know if you have a recommendation or just general specifications to look for. Thanks for your time. Use code PTRE to get 10% off your surf prep order.
There we
my
go.
God.
Wow.
Oh my-
He actually
Did
put that in an
you
email.
add that?
No, he
You added
actually
that.
check the email. Check the email. You have access
You're
to
a
it.
liar.
100%.
You added that.
I love how we started this feud between both of our codes.
But at the end
And
of the day,
now we have
the
the AWP one.
podcast one.
Yeah, if we don't get people to use the AWP code, they're going to take it from us. They're going to be like, this is useless. Why do we have this? It's just taking up space.
So
It took
bad.
enough work to get the AWP one. I don't think that the effort is going to go into taking it away.
You're right. That
Yeah.
is in the email.
Just keep it in there.
I double checked it because I'm like, you're a liar.
AWP is
email.
close enough to just a typo on the keyboard. We'll just leave it there.
So yeah, it's it's not worth sending another email. Screw it. Also, wait. He did actually ask first laser. Okay. I was so distracted because I was waiting for the ending because I knew what he put in there. I got distracted. I'm like, what's the actual question here? Good question though. There's I'm gonna get into this. I have opinions. But what else we got here? By the way, do we have any maker news? I feel like something happened recently. You know what?
Well, something is happening in a couple weeks that we can't attend. We could talk about that, maybe.
Muck. That's what Izzy calls it for short because it's MUC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
MUCKEYMOUSE, Mucky Mouse. Donald Duck, Mucky Mouse.
That's the only thing I know of. I don't know. We could do some research in between.
Only thing I could think of coming up is IWF.
Irritable bowel
IWF
syndrome.
Is that the one in Vegas or Atlanta?
Atlanta. So is that IWF is this year, so AWFS would have been last year.
Wait,
Right.
no, dude, we missed a huge news. Happened this week. Dan got his TSA pre-check appointment. Yeah, Dan's gonna have TSA
Nice.
pre-check, baby. One
Finally.
of us.
I can't wait to see the joy in your face when you don't have to take off your flip-flops going through security.
I
Flip,
can't wait. It's gonna be so great.
flip, flop.
I'm surprised they even took my appointment because I walked in fresh from the shop. I smelled. I hadn't showered in 2 days.
Yeah, they looked at you. They were like, "These no threat."
Yeah. Make sure to turn your head and cough, Dan.
This guy is
Alex.
definitely not a terrorist. Let him in.
Back in corporate, we had just had a cookout one day, and I was hustling to get to the airport after the cookout, but I was the guy who always did the cooking. And I get halfway through the TSA line, and they're checking the bag, and they pull me over there, and they're like, "Sir, this is your bag." I said, "Yeah." And he walks over, and it's kind of like at the beginning of Blues Brothers when he's like pulling every little thing out of the envelope. Fortunately, there was
no prophylactics.
Correct, none of that. And he pulls out a literal, I guess, 10-inch chef's knife, like one of the big sons of bitches. I mean, like a full-on murder weapon. And it was in my briefcase. Somehow or another, I just dropped that into my briefcase after cooking burgers for the office, and totally forgot that it was in there. And I'm going through TSA, and I was laughing about it to a friend of mine who was a judge locally. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I made it through, security. And like, they just said, do you want us to mail this to you? And that was it. Like, they didn't detain me or anything. And he was like, Michael, they know who you are before you get to the airport. They knew that you were going to get cleared before you got to the airport. They probably knew that you had a knife in your bag before you got to the airport. Like there are no surprises there. Like, so anyway, it was nothing to it. They just looked at me and they're like, oh yeah, this guy, knife, no problem.
Yeah, he's no.
Do you want us to mail this to you in this prepaid envelope that we've already filled out?
Yeah, exactly that.
Nick Brem says, I can't wait to walk straight through Epley side by side with you too while you're in pre-check. Yes, but coming back home from the bigger airports.
Yeah, I was going to say the best part about it is we get pre-check, and I love my pre-check. It's the best money I've ever spent. But in Epley, pre-check, not pre-check, like you roll through security in
so fast,
15 minutes.
It'll be
tops.
really nice in LaGuardia. You're going to fly through it.
That's what I'm
and out of it.
Technically,
I'm hoping
yeah,
to fly out of it.
Yeah, just
and
out
into
of
it.
Well, into it is easy. You just walk out. They want you out of there. Like, go and get
on out.
This is gonna sound weird, but every time I land at an airport, even the ones that I'm at, like,
you clap. Are you that guy?
No. I mean, like, you get off the plane, and it could have been the same gate that I got on the plane. Like, spent some time, got some food, waited for the flight. I walk out. I don't even see the same. It's a different building for me. It's like, where's the exit? I don't even want to know this place. But when I'm waiting for a flight, I'm like a kid. I'm like, oh, well, let me go get an overpriced water. Yeah, what's going to be my snack? Oh, $8 for combos? Let's do it. And then just like, I sit there, I plug all my stuff in to charge it. Walking out, it might as well just be an empty warehouse. I don't see the stores. I don't see the comfortable seats. Nope, I just get the hell out of there.
Just want to be away from these unclean masses as fast as possible. Oh, Pete, hold on. We got to start over. Kamani's here now.
And we're live.
Oh, Kamani's here? Oh, I didn't even see him come in.
What's up, Kimini?
Pete, are you the people who stand the second the flight lands?
No, I sit, like, I don't even, like, adjust my seat like I'm about to get up until, like, the row in front of me. Because, like, all I have is a backpack.
Yeah.
Like, everything's put away.
What do you do?
Yeah, and when sometimes, like, and when there's, like, the eager beaver and, like, the seat behind me, like, I just let him, go ahead. Oh, also, power move, when you're walking through the aisles, throw your suitcase, like, 10 rows in front of yours. Like, up above. You don't need to have it right above your seat. Just throw it up there, and then when you're walking out, you just go, whoop, and then you're out.
First spot, just throw it up there.
The problem is remembering exactly where you put it.
It's
just
you look at the number,
what your bag looks like, and then grab the one that looks like that.
Also, do opposite of where you're sitting so you can see it.
You're asking a lot from me.
Dan, we're trying to make your TSA pre-check plus.
Okay, here's the real trick. Dan, so you've started the process for pre-check. Now, I need you to get on Amazon and order a new suitcase.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, please do. Sorry, I'm laughing at Alex got some bangers. He says, Pete claps for other planes that land. Look at that guy. Oh, wow. That was good. So dumb.
You can tell which bag is yours because of the way it is.
That's actually why I keep the bag that I have, because it's very unique.
Alex, you don't realize how true that statement is. Because, like, Dan's bag is like, you see the bag and you go, This is Dan's.
That's Dan's bag.
Dan's bag has been ridden hard and put away wet. It has seen
Many
some
times.
miles.
Many times.
Dan's bag looks like Dan.
Dan's bag is like Clint Eastwood, but like now. Like just he'd been through some shit.
And
not much sunscreen.
And Dan's been getting a new bag since like we flew
Since
to
the day I
Cali
met
to
him.
hang out with coffee. Like it's
Yeah.
listen, you've earned it. Get yourself a nice suitcase.
I
You
really
deserve it,
should.
girl.
For
business
feline
purposes.
reasons.
Ugh.
I mean, you got no, the main thing is
Y'all keep talking about these airports. I'm not even sure what you're talking about. I haven't been on an airplane in 3 years.
Oh man, it's the best.
Are you close to Atlanta? You were at Workbench Con.
You
Yeah,
walked.
because I drive. I drive everywhere. If it's within 12 hours, I'll drive.
And
14
if it's within 12 and a half hours, he just doesn't go.
That's what I say. 14. If it's not within 14, then I probably just won't go. I used to travel by air all the time.
You're South Carolina? No, where are you? Yeah, South Carolina.
South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay.
But I used to be on airplanes all the time when I was in corporate. But since corporate, I don't have to. I can just take my time, drive, make it a road trip, or not go. So airports, airplanes, yeah. $8 combos, forget it. Overpriced water, no thank you.
Dan's bag has a commercial with Sarah McLaughlin.
Does it involve dying puppies?
But it's a TSA pre-check commercial. The worst.
Guys, I haven't been approved for TSA pre-check yet. I
think
did
you
true.
will.
They
If-
haven't found
I can
the
get it.
podcast.
The podcast. Tell us about episode 174. Oh, I knew that one was gonna haunt me. So his name was Justin Bailey. We're friends. We're actually friends. I know I said all those things. Actually, that might be Justin Bailey's.
Did you just guess?
I don't know. What did I say? 174?
Yeah.
174 is me. 175
Really?
is Lizzie.
Tiny but
How do
mighty.
you know this off the top of your head?
No, 174 is Tiny but Mighty with Sam Raimondi. Boom.
I was off by one.
100. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway,
Do
we have any more questions?
Yes.
Is that it?
Dan, when are you getting a new bag?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Before I go to Maker Camp, promise.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, because I don't want that thing in my house. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us. Next week, we have no guests. We're going to be doing a Just Us Boys AWP gang episode. We're going to catch up on our questions because there's a couple that have been rolling over. Although Alex doesn't, like we said, he calls them with statements and jokes, which we appreciate. So we're going to play all those.
They're like rollover minutes.
You roll over minute. Yeah. And questions are free after
Whatever
9 p.m.
happened to my rollover minutes from Alltel? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
They
just
just kept them. You just lost them.
Just
It's like a
banked
gift
it.
card where they take the little bit of the balance until it's gone. It's free money.
It's
That's
like
how
Office
Starbucks
Space.
is even functioning.
They just rounded to the nearest penny.
Then they
they
fixed the glitch.
They fixed the glitch. Exactly. So
Everyone
yeah,
pledge $1 to get Dan a new bag. We're gonna set up a GoFundMe for Dan's suitcase.
Please do. That would make my wife happy.
Makers for Dan's bag. Get Mike Suter on the phone.
Dan, where are you exactly?
Omaha, Nebraska,
Ah,
basically.
right. My nephew's moving out there.
Josh has a good
Omaha,
point.
I apologize.
Menards might have luggage.
Probably
They
do.
actually might. They might.
And get a hard
right
case
next to
if
the
you
dog
can.
beds.
Hard case is
Probably.
life. You don't want to get a soft bag anymore. You're not soft, are you, Dan?
I am pretty soft. I thought everybody knew that.
Also, when you are checking out with your new bag at Menards, use code Petrie for 11% off. You're welcome. Yep, you're gonna have to mail in a thing, but give it to Kayla. She knows what to
I
do.
don't think Mike understands the Menards jokes.
Me? Are you kidding me? I lived in Indiana for like 50 years.
I want my
Save
Menards
more
bag.
money at Menards.
Oh, look at you, this guy. This
Ooh,
guy, he
Dan,
gets it.
Save big money, Mike. Big money.
Save big money at Menards.
Menards.
Dan, I heard a
Yeah.
really funny joke the other
Makes
day.
sense.
Oh God! Can we stop this?
No,
Can we
I
stop
wanna hear this
nonsense?
joke. No, we need to hear the
Braden's
joke
gonna
first.
say the joke.
I don't actually remember the joke. I just get to say, "Hey, have you heard this joke?" And it's always the same one about Menards, and Dan just groans every time.
Oh.
Because it's the same one that everybody always says. Something about a pirate with a ship steering wheel in his pants. Or, he'd be driving me nuts. Nope, that's not right.
It's a good one. That's one of my favorites.
Something like that.
Yeah.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
10.
7.
10.
Tentacles.
Oh God.
Let's go.
And we're not live anymore.
No, we still are. Hey, how come ducks have feathers? To cover up their butt quacks. Say I want to gab you later. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. Mike, thanks for putting up with this. We'll see you guys next week, and love y'all. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye. Butt quack.